is the advice, dating advice for young men. I met a guy who never had any luck at all. He'd go on a date and then he'd wait, patient for her call. But then it seemed his luck had changed, and everywhere he went, he'd have a woman on his arm and they'd look so content. I asked him what the secret was that made his life so nice.
We're hanging out with three-time Juno Award winner Connie Kaldor at the Empress Theater, where she's performing. You're on tour right now.
I'm on tour right now in the beautiful Empress Theater.
Yes.
Mind you, Fallon gets to sit in the makeout seat here. They have
I
double
am.
seats here for just that. Yeah, but she's wearing her Friday pants, so it's okay.
So I think it's okay. Connie,
Yeah,
let me. Connie,
I think you're in the zone.
Let me scooch over. So thanks, Connie. I appreciate that. So let's get right into it and talk about the tour. When you're on the prairies, I mean, you spent a lot of time of your life on the prairies.
Yeah,
Is it kind of a nice homecoming for you?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, I moved to Montreal because I fell in love with my husband, whose career was there, and we started having kids, so we had to consolidate. But the West is home. I started my career in Alberta, and I come from Saskatchewan, and we have a farm in Saskatchewan. So it's like you're coming home. When the Newfoundlanders have a great phrase. They say, "Where do you belong to?" And I've always thought that was a better way to put your hometown or the area that you're from. You understand it. You just feel at home. You understand people's dynamics, and that's kind of what it is like for me to come back to the prairies.
Do you do any writing on the road then when you're here in the prairies?
When I get to the prairies, I do a lot of writing. It's interesting. It's just I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just because I see things and I understand them in a way, or maybe it's just because I have time. I'm traveling. We've done a lot of driving, so this trip it's.
And Connie, you have quite an extensive theater degree as well as now
Yes,
for your
I've got
love
my
of music.
BFA at theater from University of Alberta, an excellent training ground. Yes, and so I think it's that training taught me. I mean, I headed into theater initially, but there's a great training that came from that. I understood the stage, and it gave me a great attitude towards performing. I think the theater is. I love theater. I think theater is amazing. But what I appreciate the most of all my training was that it taught me that that's a very special place, that it is a privilege that somebody shows up to see your show.
We've been talking about these makeout seats a lot, but you just showed us a little ditty called dating advice for young men.
Yeah. Well, my sons are in their 20s, so I thought I just have to do something. And there is a part of me that's a bit of I have my serious side, but I love hearing people laugh, and I always think there's always that little quirky part of the seamy underbelly of creation that kind of shows itself every once in a while.
Absolutely. And speaking more seriously, you have had a lot of achievements in your life, Connie. You've done a lot of amazing things, produced a lot of amazing things. What sticks out for you?
I think the most extraordinary thing I produce is my sons. I really do. I think having a family is probably one of the more creative things I've done. But career-wise, to me, it's always just the writing, just trying to create a great song. And when somebody likes my song or it's meaningful to them, that for me is the kickback for me. There's ups and downs in every career. There's times you're playing in front of in front of the Queen. There's times you're doing all sorts of very extraordinary things, which are amazing. But every night when you stand on that stage, it's a different show. It's a chance to do something extraordinary and to sing. I love singing. I think being able to sing as my job it's the greatest job ever. And every night when I get to sing, I'm happy.
So we're expecting, you're not slowing down then at all, Connie. What's to come? What's coming?
I'm an artist. I'm a Canadian artist. I can't slow down. So if I slow down, I'm by the liquor store with my tin cup singing Bird on a Wing, that.
Thank you so much, Connie, for joining us today. It was so nice to have you
here. My pleasure. Well, you did wear your Friday pants.
I did just for you. I wanted to dress up for you.
Somebody out there, if you've listened, if you like the advice in that last song, remember that Fallon has her Friday pants on.
Keep that in mind, boys. Thank you so much, Connie. And on that note, here is more advice, dating advice for you young men out there.
Doggies, it's a universal law, 'cause some like buns, some cabbage rolls, some even like coleslaw. But if you like her pierogies,